Hi everyone, this is Salvi with your VTuber news today. Before we get into the news, please hit the subscribe, like, and maybe even hit the bell notification icon, and let's get into the first story that we have today. Filian is of course an independent virtual YouTuber who uses that model. She has gotten into some hot water for using that model for a while, using it for commercially, even though she doesn't have the commercial rights for it, that kind of stuff. We talked about it before. Right now though, recently she had opened up a P.O. box. A lot of people sent her a lot of stuff, sent her pickles, sent her a bunch of stuff. They had the FBI come in and check some of the packages because it's like, there's a lot of packages here. What are you doing? Are you doing something illegal, etc.? So that's where we start off. This is something though that she is talking about right here that I find kind of interesting.
But I found out a few days ago, we were screening packages beforehand because, you know, there's a lot of packages, people can send in weird stuff. Turns out, someone sent in a tracker on one of the packages.
Oh my god. Why do people do that?
I don't know. But here's the thing.
It happened to Camila, that's happening again.
Been brought to a place where I was gonna do the P.O. box stream because I was gonna go to Texas for it. So now, I had to cancel my trip to Texas.
No!
Because the location that got doxxed.
They ruined it!
So now I had to go and get all the packages to my apartment in the next couple of days, which is going to happen, but it ruined a lot of plans.
Man, freak that one guy.
Yeah. But you know what the craziest part was?
What?
Bro put a return address.
Oh no, so they know who it is.
What?
They know exactly who it is.
The cops were knocking on that dude's door.
Hell yeah.
You
I
just
opened the P.O.
sent a
box,
glitter bomb to his
and
house.
2 people got arrested. Yeah, I should have Mark Robered him. Anyways, and then I found out apparently some other snacker, when they were screening the gifts, had sent in an anti-tracker scanner to find other trackers.
Oh,
So
based.
2025 is a year. But anyway, you know what's
So that's crazy. First, you know, about someone sending sharp objects. I think that person is going to get a call from the FBI as well. Others, weird objects as well. And this tracker. It happened to Camila. It already happened to Camila before where someone sent a tracker and someone actually tried to break into her house. This is dangerous. This should not be happening. This is dangerous for anybody, anywhere, to have something like this happen to them and have a tracker being sent to their house. It is insane to see anybody go through this. It is insane to see anybody have to deal and worry about their life like this. Now, she had to cancel a trip. She had to cancel a bunch of stuff that she was doing because this tracker situation. I am glad that one person at least sent a tracker scanner because they knew something like this was going to happen. So hopefully that helps them out in the future and they don't have to deal with that anymore. V4Mirai, as you know, recently had their Pedalite 2.0. And of course, right now, they have finished their 3D showcase for Voltail. This is amazing because Voltail has on March 24th barely celebrated their 6-month anniversary. And this was done, the Voltail 3D showcase was done on March 23rd on a Sunday. And this is great. Just before their 6-month anniversary, they were able to have their 3Ds. And here is the playlist that they were on. Let's take a look first at Rara Rokora of Voltail. Let's take a look at what she has available. This is her 3D showcase, of course, over here. Of course, showing you guys what they have available.
Yeah, you're so cute.
You're so cute.
Thank you.
Feeling like cuteness aggression. Is that
Yeah.
what it's called?
Cuteness aggression.
Yeah.
It's like when I kick her.
As you can tell, I have it the highest I can, but the volume there is a little low, so I do apologize for that.
Currently dying in the corner, but look at how cute Rara is.
Why would you want to kick me?
Oh my gosh.
Rara, can you do like, you know, a cute pose for us?
Oh my god, please. We'll deal with their issues in a minute.
There you go. There you go. So that is her 3D. Her pupils adjust to everything. It's very, very nice. Oh god. She's doing the Nyang. She's very much a gamer in Voltail, of course. But there she goes. The tracking is very nice. I don't know if she's doing it. I don't know if they have an in-house studio, like they actually, you know, are renting space from a studio, or they have a studio in their own homes where they have, you know, the Vive trackers or anything like that. I don't know. But let's continue on to the next one, which is Pomapon.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
She's wearing spats, which is good, because that is a very, very short skirt.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Pride, I just can't get you.
So she had a little bit of singing.
And I use that as a reference all the time. My
Everybody's
mother
way
holds the
too
tablet while I.
Wait, all
when I
these
go.
psychologists are way too focused on teaching apes how to speak. The real thing that we should be teaching them is bathroom etiquette.
Yes.
Licensed and non-practicing therapist, and definitely not a wanted criminal. You're live on the air. Tell me, my dear patient.
She had like a call-in show. Okay, she had a little bit of a call-in show. Very, very nice. And of course, this is Terra 404.
To perform one more song, or another song, I guess. Not one more, but yes.
There you go. They have very good tracking. I do like that.
I think maybe you glitched into a third dimension and now you're stuck like this forever.
I had to skip. I apologize. I did have to skip.
Put your hands up and like curl your hands to look like little paws. Yeah, and then you shake your hands and swing side to side too. You just sway from side to side. Yeah, and go nya 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 nya.
Oh God. Okay. she was forced to do that. She was forced against her will. Here we have Lyco Liana.
Point is, but yeah. Okay.
Okay. She's freaking out.
You're so cute.
I've shown off myself a lot, you know.
Yay here as well. Or yai.
I did the.
That was so cute.
I did. I fell over. Okay then.
And there's another little good look of it. She's crawling. She's doing that army crawl. I do love that it can track all those different things, which makes me think that each and every one of the girls was in a actual mocap studio. They probably had their full mocap suit instead of like 5 tracking or anything like that, because to track them on the ground that way, it had to have been some kind of mocap studio. And yeah, just a continuation. Oh, there you go. She even has a mech. That's awesome. She even has her mech thing, which is awesome.
Okay.
Mech has a tail! So yeah, that is the full thing of Voltail. Of course, wanted to show you all of it. All 4 of them, instead of, going into independent videos, each one. We just wanted to show all 4 of them together. That's why this section is a little bit longer. And of course, I hope that you guys take a look at them in case you hadn't seen them before. And take a look at the full showcases if you want to see it all in all of their glory and every fun thing that they do. Jurard really ticked off a lot of people, or at least a lot of people inside the HoloLive fandom, because of course, there are always going to be people who do these things. HoloLive is of course the agency that is running Shiori. Shiori Novella is a part of HoloLive EN. And Iofi, Irani Io15 is a part of Nijisanji ID. And Jurard T. Rexford is a part of Holostars, which is the male side of HoloLive. Basically, it is the male equivalent of HoloLive. Undercover, there's, all these different ones. Holostars is the male equivalent. He's part of Holostars EN, Artemis Generation. What has caused this issue has been the Monster Hunter Wilds thing that happened on March 21st. This is a thing that, of course, people were like, I was like, what the heck is going on? Why would this be something that would tick people off? But of course, you always know there's always going to be someone that's going to get ticked off for whatever reason. Let's go on. Let's see what's happening here. This is something that was popped off over here. Myth of consensual collab. I consent, I don't. Isn't there somebody you forgot to ask? It's making fun of somebody. We're going to talk about this Emmy person very soon. It's making fun of some unicorns that were getting angry. There's a couple people here. There's Wait Shiori, that's not a monster. Well, she's graduating. It was a good 2 years, Afro Bunny, and typical anime avatar says, Shiori, I'm extremely disappointed that you would collab with Jurard of all people. He deliberately stirs up drama for attention and calls it hate marketing. It's a disgrace that Cover hired him in the first place, and I can't support anyone who would willingly associate with him. What they're talking about is something that he did before, where he was leaning in to people disliking him so much. He was leaning in, kind of making fun of the people who dislike him so much, saying, you know what, I'm doing all of this for hate marketing people. It's not that he was actually doing it for hate marketing for anybody. It was, him showing that, just kind of feeding into the whole thing. So let's continue on here. Emmy is the person that we mentioned before. Very disappointing. Hope swapping your real fan base for Holostar collab. Beggars works out in the end. Feel really bad for your big supporters. These are all direct replies to Shiori Novella's announcement that she was going to be in a collab. Of course, this one here that we're going to take a look at a little bit better is a response to Shiori Novella also saying, you know, thank you guys for watching me. Thank you guys for being kind, as I have, you know, shown in other videos. And of course, you know, having your community post. This person says, I'm going to stop supporting Shiori for now. My 18-month-old membership account got banned by S-Team for being critical or giving criticism of Shiori's collab. Not because you gave criticism, it is the way in which you did it. If you said, you know, I wish you would graduate or something like that, of course they're going to stop you. With Jurard, it's a grifter and anger fans that hate engagement or marketing. I'm really disappointed of all Holostars. It has to be Jurard. Okay, stop supporting him then, with all your criticism being my Shiori is collabing with a man. She was supposed to have no free will on who to collab because she's mine. Of course, this is people who are regular Shiori fans, regular HoloLive fans, regular VTuber watchers that are like, dude, you're losing it. This is just too much. And then bye, never come back. You should be concerned. Jurard is what Holostar shouldn't be. This was him responding, of course. This isn't an airport. You don't need to announce your departure. Already did. I'm going to walk away, unsubscribe, unmember my 18-month-old memberships. I got my rights to free speech. You do, but people also have the right to criticize you. Let's continue going. I have a lot today. This is a little bit closer to what he was saying. We have Emmy, one of the ones that was made fun of in this post over here. Let's see what she says. We had a good run. Hope losing your core fan base for attention-seeking, deprived, cancerous leech was worth it. Much love, Shiori. Hope you can turn it around down the road. Jurard is the embodiment, or Jurard in this case, embodiment of everything wrong with Holostars. Goodbye for now. This is the message that usually gets put out when you cancel a membership. Let's speak to you more about your decision to cancel. If you sign up and select to provide feedback, you'll receive a special thank you gift. And here it is. Wildman have supported Shiori since debut and even followed her before HoloLive. Seeing people in her pre-chat get banned as well. Let's see how this move works for her career. It's going to work rather well. I bet you it's going to work rather well for her. Because guess what? It doesn't really... A couple of people being lost here and there doesn't matter as much as you think it does. The people who were banned in pre-chat, the people who were banned in other ones, weren't just saying, ah, man, I wish you hadn't collabed. They were actually being very vicious. And remember, she said a long time ago, respect my collab choices, respect who I decide to collab with. Shiori Novella has blocked this person, of course. You can view the post, but you can't respond. So continuing on. She says, very sorry about the people harassing you right now. Of course, harassment in both sides is never warranted, is never good, is never something that I myself will respect. It's not good. It says, while somehow claiming they have moral ground over you. Yeah, man, these replies have been insane. How dare I've been even a slight bit critical of something a massive entertainer is doing. They're calling me parasocial, but I'm being DM'd and in replies to messages that should blank myself for voicing an opinion. It's, if you're unable, like this person says down here, if you're unable to enjoy what the choices that a content creator makes, then yes, you can leave. You're free to object, but do it in a respectful way. Do it fairly, politely, and explain why you think it's a bad decision. Do not go and, you know, be vitriolic. Say, oh my God, you did the worst thing for your career. Your career is going to end. That type of stuff. It was nice seeing you. I'll see you at your graduation. That type of thing. And remember, a VTuber, content creator, anybody can ban you for any reason. They can decide that they don't like the way you look that day. They can decide that they don't like that you're using lowercase letters instead of uppercase and capitalizing your words. They can do any reason. But in this case, it is very warranted because people were being extremely vicious. And guess what? It's not going to end her career. Let me show you this. This big number here. 10,713 people were watching her Monster Hunter Wilds at one point. We're at 30 minutes after starting stream, which means there were probably more people after that. More people before that. I remember it was around 11K. It stayed around there. So she's not losing anything. If she was losing, she would maybe have 1K. Then you could be like, man, this was a bad decision. And of course, Boonster is someone who supported Shiori in their choices recently. This real novelites appreciate Shiorin for who she is. She is the same Shiorin. This is what they posted. And Shiori Novella liked it. Because yes, it's the same person. It's your same VTuber. A community is healthy, is good when it has, you know, communication back and forth. Healthy, good reactions and good communication, not being like, oh my god, you're destroying your career. Oh my god, why you're doing this to a leech. Oh my god, this and that. They're gonna stop you. That's the way it's gonna happen. And it says, the novelite's crying about this and saying they'll stop watching her. Good. Don't need people like you in this community. If you can't bear seeing your Oshi collabing with a man, then you're the problem and not her. So stop crying about it. And the final thing, Krista Holopro Simp said, unicorns, some turned into antis, are getting desperate. They can't attack Shiori, so they started switching attacking Jurard and trying to ruin his image by using 4chan rats. Like, bro, stop with the I support your choices, but I hate Jurard. Clearly you don't like their choices, period. Also, she can block whoever she wants when the criticism turns into sneaky jabs. Don't pretend that all you are is peaceful, when in reality there are some extremists who acted hostile and she is blocking them. Exactly. Admit that there are bad apples in your group and condemn them. If you had done that, you wouldn't be blocked. So this is where I'm leaving this. This is not a good thing. This happens all the time, unfortunately. There are always going to be unicorns, and they're always going to not like it when they're, I guess, the ones that are supposed to be available for them, idols, go and do this. These are the bad eggs in the community. You can like them, and you can like whoever you want in whichever way you want. Just don't be toxic towards them, please. Be respectful. That's all I ask. Wouldn't cover any of the schedules or anything like that for anybody recently because, of course, you know, schedules change every week. But today, it matters because on Monday, it's getting cut off, but she's going to be making food with Liz. It's going to be like a cooking stream with Liz. Tuesday, she's having a collab Monster Hunter Wilds. Crony clock rating on Wednesday. Smash Bros. Ultimate with Flayon. That is the big one. That is the one that I wanted to mention more. Then she has collab VR chat with Bibu, of course. And Gaga, I'm assuming means Gigi. That's what I'm assuming. But I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's going to be Gigi or someone else like that. But the Smash Bros. Ultimate with Flayon is the one that I want to mention. Because recently she had a Monster Hunter Wilds with collab with Jurard and collab with Iofi. There were way too many haters out there that gave them flack for having this collab. Way too many haters out there who were saying it's going to ruin their channel, say, you know, the unicorns. And what I mean by the unicorns is that small 1%, that very vocal 1%, or even smaller maybe, of the VTuber community and of the idol community, any kind of fandom community that doesn't want women to interact with men. They believe that interacting with the Holostars in this case will bring the downfall of their channel. They're no longer going to watch, blah, blah, blah. They do all that kind of stuff. I don't know why. I don't know what kind of satisfaction it gives them, honestly. Just giving my opinion here. But that whole thing reeks of being a little bit overly protective, overly intertwined, or overly, you know, just being obsessive in a little bit of a way. You can do as you please, of course. Every fandom can do as they please, but know that Shiori doesn't appreciate it. Know that, of course, the Holostars don't appreciate it. That's why Holostars try not to collab too much with the HoloLive girls too much, because they know that these types of things will end up happening. But, of course, Shiori is very strong. A lot of the EN girls are very strong. The ID girls don't seem to give a damn, so they're not getting anywhere. They're you know, loud complaining and loud whining is not getting anywhere. But I still wanted to mention it because Shiori, even after all the flack that she got with Jurard, she's doubling down and she's doing it with Flayon from Holostars 2, a collab with Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's amazing. I'm very, very proud of her and very glad that she's doing that. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase everybody who pops in here who I can get. All the VTubers of different sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. I want to help them grow. I want to have it be a good community for everybody, even though there is some crazy news out there. So today, we're going to be talking about Peanut VTuber, who, as you can see here, is a sleepy cringe cat girl. She does her stuff on Twitch here. Primarily, that's her Twitch. And of course, if there is a YouTube, I will add it in the description below. It says, anxious girl failure, cringe, I yell a lot, come say hi.
I always thought I could be a voice actor. Are you ready?
Alright, hear me out, Breach. You get orbs on both sides of the map, and we go...
I'm gonna do a Toad voice. Are you ready?
Don't give me down.
Do it!
Wow!
Best voice acting I've ever heard.
We're gonna end A, by the way. But if you wanna
Best
hold
voice
this
acting
in,
ever.
just
Voice
hold
act.
it.
Voice act. Yes. Best one. Ooh.
Oh no, they're talking to me and I'm doing a Toad voice.
Ah, the duality of VTubing. There we go. So, of course, I did want to show that to you, and thank you so very much, again, PastelPeanut, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news, or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.